5 billionaires who lost all of their money. 1. Ike Batista. He is a Brazilian businessman, but then he, unfortunately, lost all of his money. He lost it in mining and oil investigation industry over the period of 2 decades. His worth was around $30 billion in the year 2011, he became the 8th richest person on earth and richest in Brazil. His goodwill as a billionaire started vanishing after a sudden crash in the mining industry and the collapse of one of his biggest companies, OGX. In the year 2013, he lost approximately $20 billion according to Forbes. Yes, all that money in 1 year. Slowly his enormous debts and constantly falling company stock made him lose a massive chunk of personal wealth. In the year 2017, he was arrested by the Brazilian authorities in a high-profile $100 million money laundering case. 2. Alan Stanford. This man was a former billionaire financier and he is now serving a 110-year prison term ever since 2009. This incident took place after he was being convicted in an enormous financial scam. He was the chairman of now obsolete financial services company Stanford Financial Group. One of its ancillary, Stanford International Bank, claimed it had around $8.5 billion in asset under management, of at least 30,000 clients above 136 various nations. It started in 2009 while the secretary initiated an exploration on Alan Stanford. His company charged him on account of fraud for illegally selling $8 billion in high-yield certificates of deposit in an enormous Ponzi scheme. He was finally arrested in June 2009, on accounts of mail and wire fraud, money laundering, obstacle of justice among other charges. 3. Elizabeth Holmes. She was an American inventor and entrepreneur. She became the youngest self-made female billionaire in 2015 after her healthcare technology corporation, Theranos, reached $9 billion in valuation and made a bulky profit. Holmes became an instant celebrity with her name on Time's 100 Most Significant People of 2015. Later her time as a billionaire was cut short as federal exploration appeared over her company with an accusation of potentially misleading its investors about their new, inventive blood testing technology. After these allegations, her reliability and personal assets both took a serious strike. Forbes diminished her wealth to nil and Fortune titled Holmes as one of the world's most disappointing leaders. She was also barred from any position in her company for 2 years by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. 4. Bernard Madoff. He was certainly the modern ruler of Ponzi schemes. He ruled for almost 20 years until he was arrested in 2008. He successfully swindled thousands of investors of billions of dollars with his venture tactic called split strike conversion. He applied a scheme for his clients promising high and steady returns, which he actually managed by pooling all the funds in one bank account. But later, his scheme failed during the financial crisis of 2008 as he was not capable to attract more clients due to the minimum liquidity in the markets. And then, federal exploration uncovered a $64.8 billion of fraud. It was estimated that during his active years, Madoff accumulated billions of dollars in private wealth. 5. Vijay Mallya. He was an Indian businessman and a former billionaire. He is at present a subject of extradition from UK to India to face charges of enormous financial fraud. He was the king of good times and became India's richest liquor king after taking over his father's mid-sized company when he was just 28. He curved that business into a multi-billion-dollar firm. But unfortunately, the troubles began when his airlines became bank corrupt. And he then lost his control in his company called United Spirits and had to step down from his position of chairman.